Hi guys, we're going to go ahead and get started on that card. You're going to need a piece of crumb cake. This is A2 size, so it's 5.5 by 4.25. You're also going to need a piece of early espresso. This one here was cut at 5 by 3 3/4. Then you're going to need a scrap of Cajun craze, which you're going to be cutting that with one of your layering square framelits. And you're also going to need a piece of Whisper White. We're going to do some stamping on this. You're also going to need the water-based markers for this project. So I'm using 3 colors. I'm going to use Early Espresso, Cajun Craze, and Real Red for those. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our piece of Whisper White, and we're using the stamp set Lovely as a Tree. We're going to use this big tree right here. And we're also going to need your ink color Pear Pizzazz to stamp out the tree here. So you're just going to ink up your tree. And then we're going to go ahead and take our markers. And I'm just going to color, you want to use the brush tip of your marker. I'm just going to color the base of the tree with Early Espresso. And I went up a little bit. You can see where the tree kind of goes up a bit. And I just colored that all with my Early Espresso. Then you're going to take your Cajun Craze. You're going to take the brush tip of this and you're going to hold the marker loosely in your hand. And you're just going to kind of tap it on your tree and just tap it all over the place. Add some color in here. Just be careful of the base of the tree. You don't want to tap it down there. We're going to put the lid on that, and we're going to move on over to our Real Red. Same thing, the brush tip of it, and you're going to do some tapping. And again, be careful of your base of your tree here. And just give it a good couple of taps here, and you'll see the colors on there pretty good. And then once you get it where you think you like it, because these are water-based markers, you just want to take and just huff on the marker one time before you stamp it down. And you'll get a tree with coloring in it. So pretty cool effect. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and cut this out with our stitch shape framelit square. And I am using the 3rd from the smallest to cut this out. And while you have your big shot out, you're going to want to take your piece of Cajun Craze cardstock and you're going to want to cut that out. I'm using the layering square framelits. This one is the 7th one from the smallest. So the next step we're going to do is just bring your Early Espresso in, and you're going to take the little pine cone with the little piece of branch, and we're going to use our Versamark. And all I did was just stamp this in the 4 corners with the Versamark. We're just going to stamp out Happy Birthday, and I am using Happy Birthday Gorgeous stamp set. There's a Happy Birthday in here. I'm just going to stamp it out in Cajun Craze. Then I'm just going to take the classic label puncher, and I'm just going to punch that out. And that's all the stamping we're going to be doing. We're going to take our Early Espresso, and you're also going to take a piece of Stitch Satin Ribbon. This is the Garden Green. And we're just going to cut a piece so it lays across the middle of here. You want to give yourself a little bit on the end so you can wrap it around and stick it to your adhesive on the back. We're just going to go ahead and take some snail adhesive, fast fuse, whatever you would like. I'm using snail adhesive. So you want to make sure you get the strips on the edge of the card here where you're going to lay your ribbon so it sticks down. So then you're just going to take your ribbon and just kind of eye it to the center. Just wrap it. Then we're just going to go ahead and center this on the front of this card. And then before we put these together here, what I did, I'm going to use the brush tip of the marker, and I'm just going to take my marker and just go along the the edge of this guy here, just to give it a little bit of pop. It kind of gives it a little bit of depth when you do that. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the happy birthday. I'm just going to give it a little pop of color. I'm just going to take some snail adhesive, fast fuse, whatever kind of adhesive you have on hand, and I'm just going to center this around your square. And then I'm going to take some more adhesive and just put this in the center of your card. And then I'm just going to take some mini Stampin' Up! Dimensionals, and I'm just going to use those to give this, to pop this up. And that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching.